broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of our sponsors you hear throughout the game. So be sure to visit their businesses and use their services as often as possible. And tell them thanks for their support. We encourage you to go to the games and support your local team, but when you just can't make it, we're here for you. Now it's time for the pregame show on WellsCountyVoice.com.
Gentlemen, and welcome to Norwell night basketball. Got to get used to that being on the left, Derek. This is Greg Van Meter along with Derek Decker. Got everything set up here tonight. We hope you enjoy our broadcast from Eastbrook High School outside of Marion, Indiana, on a cold but clear night, Derek. You called the weather.
Yeah, it's clear right now, but that's certainly going to change here in the near future. Expect around 6 inches of snowfall of varying reports coming in all the way through Sunday night and Monday morning. And I know school is in jeopardy for Monday morning. We are prepared for e-learning on Monday and Tuesday.
There you go, e-learning. We didn't have that issue when I was in school.
It's one of my favorite things.
Of course, we didn't have to make days up like you guys do either now. Right. But in any case, we hope that as that weather comes into the area, every one of our listeners stays safe and sound, and we've got basketball for you tonight. Somebody is going to get their first win on the season tonight as Norwell comes into this one 0-2. Their two losses to Mississinewa and Fort Wayne Bishop Dwenger. Eastbrook 0-3. They've lost to Eastern, Southern Wells, and Frankton in this early season. They're not scoring a whole lot of points, but then neither are the Knights. The Knights with 54 in the first game, 50 in the second. That's an average of about 52,
right,
according to my Norwell math. And Eastbrook, less than that. They've gone 46, 49, and 55. So that's an average of about 50, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
How about that? On this early season. My first look at Coach McBride's boys. Of course, Mike McBride, the new head basketball coach at Norwell after, I believe, 8 or 9 years at Churubusco. Had a great season, 3 years ago up there?
Yeah, he had a 22-win season. Not able to get the victory and the sectional title, but they're in a tough sectional as well as Churubusco. And I talked to him just a minute ago, and he said they've worked on their turnovers a lot. They turned it over 28 times on 61 possessions up at Bishop Dwenger. Really cost them a golden opportunity in a game where they had the lead after a deficit at halftime. They took the lead in the third quarter, not able to retain that lead. Very similar to the Mississinewa game, where they weren't able to hold a lead in the second half.
Encouraging, though, in that they only lost to Dwenger on their home floor by 10, and last night Dwenger gave Homestead everything they could handle up until about 2 minutes left in the game.
Right.
Homestead kind of pulled away.
Yeah, they played for 30 minutes, and Homestead's a great basketball team. We talked about last night how they've upset two teams already on this young season. They improved to 4-0 last night with that victory in the beginning of the full slate and SAC doubleheader action last night. But Dwenger certainly gave them everything they had a lead for most of that game before Homestead finally took it over in the final couple minutes.
Well, we expect a good one here at Eastbrook tonight. It may not be particularly high scoring. However, I think it'll be competitive. Norwell this evening is a big favorite, and I don't know that we should expect that kind of an outcome. A 27-point favorite, according to Harrell.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't expect that. Actually, that's 37. So that's 74-37.
Thank you.
The computer is still a little off here early in the season. The first Sagarin ratings were just released yesterday evening. And those Sagarin ratings do certainly improve as the season goes on. Actually had the Dwenger game very close. The 62-48 was the computer pick, and it ended up being 60-50. So very close there, but I don't think you should expect a 37-point win for the Knights, and I also don't think we're probably going to get to 74 points.
You know, these two teams have met 10 times over the last 30 years, probably as many in postseason play as in the regular season, and Norwell leads the series 9-1. In fact, I can't remember that last Eastbrook win. 2 years ago when we were here, that was a good game.
It was a good game. Norwell was able to pull away in the second half. They shot really well, put up 84 points on an Eastbrook team that really liked to run and gun the basketball. Yep. It was a little bit of a different team last year. Norwell got the victory at the Castle, but the last time we were here, Eastbrook really liked to run, and I think it's a different basketball team just from a standpoint of talent levels for both squads this year.
Yeah, and this is the third year of a 4-year contract. I would expect they would actually renew that contract after next year, but we're looking forward to this one. We've got several minutes left until we tip things off. We'll use part of that time to take a break and hear from a couple sponsors and be back with the pregame show after these words. Thanks for joining us on WellsCountyVoice.com.
At Adams Memorial Hospital, we care for the things that mean the most to you: your health, your family, and your community. Compassion is just as important to us as being accredited, or our Follow My Health online patient portal, or having top-of-the-line medical technology. Because at Adams Memorial Hospital, exceptional care means listening a little longer, a hug, or a kind gesture from a nurse. Compassion and medical expertise. That's Adams Memorial Hospital. Exceptional care close to you.
Welcome back to Eastbrook, as we're working on some technical issues here, but we're making progress. About a minute or so until we hear the public address announcements. That certainly already sounds better, Derek. That's not helping us much, but it helped a little bit. I think we're better off than what we were. So hopefully y'all at home can hear us well. I know I can hear really well. And you have to be on to be heard.
Yes, I do, but
yeah, okay.
It sounds clear to me. So
yeah, you sound good.
It's good on our end.
It does look good on the board here, so hopefully it's a good broadcast for you at home.
We do have the pep band in attendance. Don't know if they're going to be performing the national anthem or not. Didn't play Norwell school song, so I don't know.
But the cheerleaders sang it well.
The cheerleaders did sing it well, as always.
Yep, and we appreciate that. Just a little bit more on Coach McBride. I was able to meet him. He introduced himself to me at the baseball sectional last spring.
Yeah.
He's actually in his 13th year of head coaching, and I know he was at a different school I think maybe prior to Churubusco.
That's right. Yeah.
But 8 or 9 seasons there. He's got an overall record of 119 and 148, so he's coached plenty of basketball games, and we're just about ready here for the national anthem, which I think we'll be able to bring to you. The pep band on the other end of the floor. If they end up running a recording, we'll have to switch out. But, nope, we're good. Great job by the Eastbrook Pep Band. We're just about set for the starting lineups, and we will join the Eastbrook High School public address announcer for those starting lineups.
Now let's meet the starters. First, for the visiting Knights. Starting at guard, number 10, Cody Shackley. At forward, number 15, Riley Stoffer. At forward, number 20, Cole Wilson. At guard, number 23, James Smith. And at center, number 40, Brandon Nicholson. The Knights are coached by Mr. Mike McBride. Get on your feet, Panther fans. Here's the starters for your Eastbrook Panthers. Starting at the guard, the 5'10" sophomore, number 4, Jonathan Irwin. At guard, 6'3" junior, number 10, Rhino Mansbarger. At guard, 5'9" senior, number 20, Cole Kennedy. At forward, a 6'1" senior, number 30, Garrett Sisson. And at forward, a 6'3" freshman, number 32, Bryce Shopper. The Panthers are coached by Mr. Ryan Johnson.
Once again, your starters for the visitors on the scoreboard, your Norwell Knights. It's Shively, Stoffer, Wilson, Smith, and Nicholson for head coach Mike McBride. For Eastbrook, it is Irwin, Mansbarger, Kennedy, Sisson, and Schomburg. For head coach Brian Childs. He's in his 5th year here at Eastbrook with a record of 38-53. Just looking over the roster, Derek, they are young.
Very.
A lot of freshmen, a couple of sophomores. Is Eastbrook able to control the tip? And boy, their numbers are extremely hard to read. That's number 4. Jonathan Irwin was handling it up top. They've got the, you can probably see on your screen at home, they've got the white numbers with just an outline in red as James Smith able to come away with the steal, and the Knights will head the other way. That's a turnover on the Panthers. Cody Shively on the wing. As I understand it, kind of running a motion-type offense here under Coach McBride. A little bit different look than what we've seen for the last 7 years or so. Shively looked like he had a lane, and a foul's going to be called. Kind of bailed Cody out there.
Yeah, we've been used to seeing a little bit of a faster-paced offense under Coach Hawkins. Coach McBride's a little slower than that, but that's all right as long as it works, as that one's out of bounds. Last touch by the Panthers. It'll stay with Norwell.
First team foul on either team. The foul was called on Bryce Schomber. Inbounding will be Wilson. That's Cole Wilson. Cole, a junior this year. On the drive, Shively. Nice kick out to Riley Stauffer. Stauffer's 3-ball short. Good look, though, for the Knights. Now, Panthers will head the other way. 32 with the ball. That's Schomber. Oh, wide open on the wing is Irwin. No good. And neither team able to find the rims or the hole with their first shots. James Smith, a transfer, number 23 for the Knights. He'll launch the three and hit it. James Smith gets the Knights on the scoreboard first. As trying to drive. Is that a ponytail he's got going on there?
Sure is.
Cole Kennedy with the basketball. And
it's actually more of a man bun.
A man bun. Not a good look. I don't know. Is that the style today, Derek?
You said it, so.
Is that a thing?
It sure is.
It is a thing. I know it's a thing in the NBA, but those guys are making several $1 million apiece and really don't care. Irwin into the front court, just a sophomore, and it's taken away from him by Smith. Smith now with 2 steals, gets to the rim, not able to get it to go. Boy, good drive by Smith. And on the rebound, a foul's going to be called. That's going to go on Brandon Nicholson, his first, team's first.
Yeah, I really like the way James Smith plays. Plays with
quick.
A lot of energy, very quick. Last time he played Norwell was Horizon Christian in the Huntington North tournament. It was their first win over an IHSAA-sanctioned team. And little did he know it was a tryout for the Knights basketball team.
So he was with Horizon Christian prior to coming to Norwell. Nice left-handed shot there by Mansbarger. That gets the Panthers on the board. 3-2 Knights, 5:47 left here in this first quarter. Of course, James is a junior as well as Wilson. The Knights, yeah, you can see there a lot of weak side action for the Knights. Although right now there's not a whole lot of movement. Good drive there by Wilson to draw the foul on the floor. And that'll go on Mansbarger, his first, team's second. The underneath pass on the inbounds to Wilson. That's Shively being guarded by Irwin. Good drive, and boy, that's really a light foul. It's going to go on Jonathan Irwin. It'll be his first, team's third.
Well, sometimes when you come farther south than you're used to, you get different officiating crews, and sometimes they call it a little different than it is at Norwell, as Shively pumps the three and hits it.
Assist, Cole Wilson. The Knights with a 4-point lead. That was a good-looking inbounds play. As another turnover, Cody Shively created it, gets the ball back from Smith, and gets it to go. Although they might call, they're going to wave that off. As was that Nicholson that got wrapped up in the net?
I believe it was, and he touched it while I was still bouncing around in the cylinder, so that'd be why that was called.
So still 6-2 Knights with an even 5 minutes left in this first quarter. Handling the ball up top now is Mansbarger. It was Mansbarger. Irwin trying to get to the rim. And another foul is called. You know, typically, the closer you get to Indianapolis, the less you see as far as fouls being called, but that is not the case tonight. That's first on James Smith, second on the Knights. Wide open Jonathan Irwin, no good. And Brandon Nicholson pulls down the rebound. So Irwin 0 for 2 early on here. That's Riley Stauffer with the basketball, being guarded by Kennedy. In the corner, that was Shively, no good. And on the rebound and second shot attempt, I believe it was James Smith. He's going to go to the line.
James had a tremendous first half at Bishop Dwenger, had double figures. shot well from the free throw line and was really aggressive at attacking the basket. See if he's able to knock down the two here.
That's a second foul on Mansberger, as Smith not able to convert his first free throw.
And his free throws don't always look good. On one sequence, he banked one in and then bricked one in back at Dwenger. But if they're able to go in, doesn't matter how pretty they look.
Grant McMichael on the floor for Norwell. He replaces Nicholson, and also in for Eastbrook. Also, Luke Zettis coming on the floor for the Knights. In for Eastbrook, Garrett Holder, number 12. Knights now with a 7-2 lead. Little pressure in the backcourt. Shively guarding Irwin. Irwin needs to make some forward progress as he almost travels.
There it is, 10 seconds as they took way too long getting that across.
Irwin just not real decisive on what he wanted to do there, and got to keep in mind he's just a sophomore. Garrett Holder, a sophomore as well, and they comprise the Eastbrook backcourt right now. That's Zettis with the basketball, the lefty. Got a good-looking shot. He's got time. Shively for three, no good. And the ball out of bounds off of Eastbrook.
Grant McMichael checked in at the previous dead ball.
Yep.
He had lots of foul trouble at Bishop Dwenger, picked up 3 in the first half.
Oh, my. There's a nice inbounds pass from Shively, and Cole Wilson on the board for his first 2. Knights now up by 7.
Well, Norwell's backcourt pressure has been effective to this point. It's causing problems for Eastbrook.
Yeah, Eastbrook's got that young backcourt in the corner for 3. That's good. And that was that Kennedy?
I think that was Sisson.
Okay. Garrett Sisson, number 30. Really tough to read their numbers. It's like trying to read pencil marks from 30 feet. As Cole Wilson on the drive loses the handle. That'll be a turnover on the Knights, their first. And Eastbrook will get it on the end line. 3:21 left here in the first quarter. That'll be Garrett Holder bringing the basketball up into the front court now to Kennedy. Yeah, Kennedy's the one with the man bun. Okay. 32 is Schomburg. Boy, thinking about getting the shot off there was Holder. I think he's a shooter, Derek. He was really looking at the rim as that shot was missed by Irwin, and the rebound eventually controlled by Shively. Shively the other way, and that's going to be a foul on Jonathan Irwin, his second.
Well, what that does is it takes away from the flow of the basketball game, and that's just I think we were a little spoiled last night because we didn't have hardly any fouls in the girls' matchup with Columbia City. As checking in is Brandon Huber for the first time.
Huber, another sophomore, listed at 5'10". We told you this team was really young. There's McMichael kicking it out to Wilson on the drive. Double pumps, can't get it to go, but the rebound again to Wilson is knocked out of bounds. It'll remain Norwell's basketball.
Now they're putting an emphasis on putting hands on players away from the basket. There haven't been a lot of fouls called underneath, as he's going to have a quick word with Brian Childs. Not sure what that's about.
Yeah. He was about as far away from Childs as he could get on that particular play. Sought him out. You never like to see that. Wilson's shot blocked. A good block in there by Schomburg. And the Panthers on the attack the other way. 2:24 left here in the quarter. That's Holder on the wing. Holder generously listed at 5'10". That's a long 3. And Sisson has his second 3 of the game. It's now a 1-point game. Norwell still with the lead.
Yeah, the Knights on a bit of a drought here after a couple missed shots.
Well, their offense not designed to create a lot of offensive pressure. They have to be patient. As Zettis loses the handle, and that'll be the second turnover on the Knights. Coming out of there with it was Holder. They'll bring it up against Cody Shively.
Oh.
My goodness gracious. There wasn't enough contact there to knock me off my balance. But he did put his hands out. That'll be Cody's first, team's third.
Well,
and we've got some substitutions. So Brandon Nicholson back in there. Riley Stauffer back in for the Knights. Zetas and McMichael take a seat.
And at this point, it's time for the players to adjust. And if they're going to call that, then you got to be ready for it.
Yeah, you just got to move your feet. Keep your nose on their chest. Can't get around you that way. Belt buckle. Good pressure here by the Knights, and a traveling call as James Smith did a good job of getting out on the shooter. That'll be the 4th turnover on the Panthers. The Knights, just 2 turnovers here so far in this first quarter, so definitely some improvement, Derek, in that area.
Absolutely. They turned it over a lot of times at Bishop Dwenger, especially in the first half, and as they made that comeback and then fell back behind, there's another turnover.
Shively was trying to find Wilson underneath and just got caught off his feet. Norwell with some man-to-man full-court pressure here.
Yeah, a lot of the turnovers have not been live ball. They've been thrown out of bounds, bad passes, guys not where they're supposed to be, or just some miscommunication. So if there is a positive of turnovers, they're not live ball, allowing the opponent to get out in transition.
That ball was off of Nicholson, so it'll remain Eastbrook's ball underneath. Holder will be inbounding. Looking inside, and that's tapped out of bounds by Cole Wilson.
Scoreboards here are old enough that they do not show tenths of a second, so that'll be an issue if we've got under a second to go. It could show 0, and the buzzer actually hasn't gone off yet.
You notice the other thing was when the clock did get down to 0 prior to the game, it's a heartbeat before that buzzer sounds. So there's pretty substantial difference between triple zeros and a buzzer here. Holder thought about it. That's Kennedy into the lane. Good drive and gets it to go. Cole Kennedy gives Eastbrook their first lead of the night at 10-9 with 33 seconds left in this first quarter. And another foul.
Yeah, okay, so his explanation there was 2 hands, and that is textbook. That is officially the textbook definition of a foul. 2 hands on the player, on a guard, specifically a ball handler.
That's 6 team fouls already on Eastbrook. Riley Stauffer had a good look there, didn't take it.
Knights might be content to take the final shot here of the first quarter.
Yeah, they've drawn Smith and Shively all the way out near half court, and Shively's not even going to put it on the floor until he has to. 16 seconds on the clock. And they're not going to force the action. 10 seconds. Now 8. And now 6. Cody with 1 dribble, stops, gets it back, and travels. Yep. That's the right call.
Not a good possession.
No. Eastbrook's going to have an opportunity here. Just 2 clicks on the clock, but that's enough time to get a long shot off. Holder will launch it from 3/4 court and get it about halfway there. That will end the first quarter. Eastbrook leading your Knights 10-9. We'll take a break here from Bloomin' Boutique and be right back.
You care about your community, you shop local, and you enjoy personal interaction. You're doing more than spending your money, you're supporting your neighbors.
Hi, this is Carlos.
And this is Sarah from Bloomin' Boutique in Ossian. We would like to personally invite you to visit our shop, the Bloomin' Boutique, and check out all we have to offer.
At the Bloomin' Boutique, we have daily lunch specials like Taco Tuesdays, Witch Wednesdays, and Aloha Fridays. A large selection of smoothies, frappes, iced lattes, coffees, and teas.
We also carry a large selection of fresh flowers for bouquets and flower arrangements. Our shop is full of handmade, uniquely functional pottery, handmade jewelry, DeBrand's chocolates, and gifts. You don't need to go any further than the Bloomin' Boutique. Grab your latte, lunch, flowers, gifts, and chocolates all in one stop.
Support your local community by visiting Bloomin' Boutique, located at 106 South Jefferson Street in Ossian. Follow them on Facebook to view their daily lunch specials. Open 7 to 5 Monday through Friday and 9 to 3 on Saturday. The Bloomin' Boutique.
Welcome back to Eastbrook. The Knights will have the basketball, trailing by 1. It's Wilson, Smith, Nicholson, Stauffer, and Shively on the floor. Those were your starters. For Eastbrook, it's Holder, Kennedy, Oh, nice pass underneath as Cole Wilson with a little slip move to the rim. And just like that, the Knights back out in front, 11-10. Boy, nice. That was a nice looking play there. Obviously, Coach McBride called that coming out of the quarter break. Really good play. Eastbrook trying to respond into the lane. Nice kick out, and a blocking foul, I believe, is going to be called on Riley Stauffer.
That is the call. Actually, whether that was the right call or not, it does benefit the Knights in that it takes away a 3 from Eastbrook.
Eastbrook retains possession. In the corner, the quick 3, not good, as Smith able to get a hand on it. Boy, good rebound there by Smith. That was Schomber with the shot from the corner, I believe. Actually, that might have been Sisson. I believe it was Sisson from the corner, number 30, not 32. As that's a turnover on the Knights. They're 5th. Eastbrook with 4. Well, as soon as I started bragging about their ball handling, Derek, they turn it over 3 out of 5 possessions. As Kennedy just kind of dribbling around the perimeter. Now Holder being guarded by Shively. Shively's got about 5 inches on Holder. Kennedy on the baseline. The kick out to Sisson, and Sisson with his third 3. He's got 9 of the Eastbrook Panthers' 13 points. Norwell with a total of 11 here. 6:25 left in the quarter and prior to half. And an offensive foul is going to be called. I think that's going to go on Stauffer as an illegal pick. Is that what you saw, Derek?
That's what it was. Now, didn't really see it, but I saw the call, and that's what he's seeing there. So
it's his second, team's 5th.
Yeah, the scoreboard showing his first. It's wrong.
Yeah. As Stauffer will take a seat, as will Nicholson. On the floor now for Norwell, McMichael, and Zedison there as well.
Robert Kittleson also checked in. He's only played a handful of minutes on this young season.
Kittleson, a senior. Yep. And what was that call?
That was
Stepping
a travel.
On the line? Travel.
Yep.
Okay, so each team now with 5 turnovers. Norwell with just 1 shot here so far in this second quarter, and we're 2 minutes into it. That's McMichael up top. Now Shively. Shively and Wilson, really the 2 guys that are looking to score at this point, as Wilson couldn't get that short jumper to go, but ends up with the basketball and travels. So Cole Wilson has taken the 2 field goal attempts for the Knights here in this second quarter. Sisson has as well for Eastbrook. His conversion, though, was a 3. So Holder really working on Cody Shively. That was good defense by Shively. That could have been a 5-second call. As Holder gets it back now. Kennedy up top, being guarded by Wilson. On the wing is Huber. And another 3 ball. Good for Garrett Sisson. Eastbrook now with a 5-point lead. Norwell needs to find a way to get that round orange object through the hoop. Just 2 points here right now in this second quarter, and that's going to be a blocking foul on number 33, I believe. That's Brandon Huber's first, team 7th, so that'll send Cody Shively to the line. Eastbrook already with 7 fouls, 5 minutes left here in this second quarter, and Shively's free throw. Good looking shot. He can pull the Knights to within 3 with this one. Boy, Garrett Sisson, 12 points already on the strength of 4 threes, as Shively able to knock down a pair. Cody has always been good from the free throw line, Derek.
Sure has. He's got a good looking shot.
You can tell he's added some strength. That ball's up a little higher now when he releases it. Oh, tough shot in the corner by Schomber, and it'll stick.
they're going to get a break on this one, as that's obviously a jump ball, so it'll stay with the Panthers.
You don't see that too often, maybe once every 3 or 4 games. Oh, another shot in the corner. That's a 3 ball for Brandon Huber, his first points of the basketball game. And Eastbrook on fire from outside right now. 3 of 4 from beyond the arc in this second quarter. There's Cole Wilson for 3, and he buries it. Wilson 5 points in the quarter, 7 overall. And the Knights trail by 3, 4:17 left in the half. That's Huber with the basketball. Eastbrook has 2 starters on the bench, as another 3 by Huber, and this one well short as the Knights head the other way. That's Luke Zetas for 3, no good. Batted out of there, he gets it back, and Shively will launch the long 3. That's also no good. So a couple of good looks there for the Knights. Couldn't get him to go down. And heading the other way is Garrett Holder. Looking for help. That's Kennedy in the corner. Good defense there by Kittleson to keep him from driving baseline. Kittleson wearing number 30. One of the few seniors on this squad. Holder with the kick. Wide open Huber. And Huber's 3 just a little bit long. Quickly the other way is Wilson. And he's going to be fouled. That'll be on the floor. Foul on Schomburg. That's Schomburg's second. So now 3 players for Eastbrook with 2 fouls. They haven't subbed yet, and this will be the first sub, as 22 Justin Singer will come on for Bryce Schomburg. Singer is just a sophomore as well, listed at 5'9". Boy, there's just such a difference physically between a sophomore and a junior, as Cole Wilson able to knock down his first free throw. He can get the Knights to within 1 here. 3:22 on the clock. As Cole able to knock in a pair. The Knights perfect from the line. They trail 19-18. Some pressure in the backcourt. Good defense there by Cody Shively. Gets on the floor, finds Zetas. Zetas gets it to go. Assist Shively. He also gets the steal. And it's the 6th turnover on Eastbrook as Norwell takes their first lead of this second quarter. They trailed 10-9 at the end of the first. And a lot more aggressive defense here from the Knights on the last couple of possessions. Brian Childs is going to have to call a timeout as Eastbrook trapped on the near sideline. That'll be a 30-second timeout, I believe, so Derek will keep it here. Obviously, my first look at the boys' squad, a much slower pace than what we're used to seeing over the last several years.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach Hawkins had some teams that average in the mid-70s, and this team is not. It's just a different basketball game. However, they've been competitive in both of their first 2, and they're certainly competitive here tonight. They are on a 7-point run at this point, as they trailed 19-13, forcing Eastbrook to call a timeout on some sticky defense, especially in the backcourt. It's given Eastbrook fits.
Well, they put up, Norwell's squad just put up 9 points in that first quarter, already with 11 here, 2:50 left in this period, as Holder steps up with an awkward-looking 3, and that didn't catch anything. That was his first shot of the basketball game. He didn't look real comfortable taking that shot. Shively will head the other way for the Knights. It's been he and Cody Wilson with a ball in their hands most of the time. Shively on the drive, can't get it to go, but tipping it up and in. Grant McMichael will get credit for the basket. Boy, good offensive rebound there for McMichael. And the Knights with a 3-point lead. That was an interesting look there from Garrett Sisson. It was like he was surprised he had actually caught that pass when he went up for it. Huber working on McMichael. The Knights have been in a man-to-man defense all night long so far. And there's a little backdoor cut from Sisson. Batted around, and coming out of there with it are the Panthers. A long three from Mansbarger's no good, and it'll remain Eastbrook's ball.
Boy, Coach McBride very upset that the Knights haven't been able to pull down a rebound yet on this end of the floor.
A couple offensive rebounds there for the Panthers. These two teams similar in size across the board. In fact, Norwell may have a little bit of a size advantage, certainly in bulk, as that's Huber. He had the basketball there on the wing. Huber wearing number 33. You may not even be able to see those numbers at home, as Mansberger finally gets rid of it. Open is Sisson again. This one's no good. A little pressure on that shot, though, with another offensive rebound, and Mansberger knocks it down. Mansberger draws the Panthers to within one. 1:11 left on the clock. Stauffer, who's not had many touches so far this evening. In fact, he's only taken one shot. That was an early three in the first quarter. Cutting kind of back and forth across the lane. As that's Cole Wilson trying to drive. As right now, very tough for the Knights to dribble drive, as if they're going to dribble drive, they really need to clear out that lane a little bit more.
Yeah, they're packed in way too tight for that to work. As
Mansberger takes a seat, he's replaced by Kennedy. Mansberger with a few quality minutes. James Smith's going to check back in for the Knights. Smith on the bench for quite a while here in the second quarter, but he's back in there with 44 seconds left. Riley Stauffer takes a seat. Shively inbounding for the Knights, as Smith able to get to it, and he gets the floater to go. Quick play there by James Smith. Kind of a soft pass, as Justin Singer, who's been on the floor for quite a while, but he hadn't touched the basketball very much. Kind of running the baseline for the Panthers. That's Sisson. He's been the big scorer so far and Brandon Huber might have got away with a travel there. They're making the Knights work on defense for sure. In the corner, Huber, no good. And a good block out there by Luke Zetas. 5 seconds left. Shively behind the back, step back shot, no good, well short. And that will end the first half. Your Knights with a 3-point lead. It's 24-21 here at Eastbrook. Hopefully the snow has not started yet, Derek. We'll take a break and be back with your halftime show after these words from our sponsors.
This is Dan and Jane with Daniels Jewelers in Bluffton.
We want to remind everyone that we do in-house repair, with our specialty being restoration and resetting.
Jewelry that is worn frequently over the years usually needs some TLC, prong retipping, resetting, or sizing.
It's so much fun to see the customer's reaction when they see their jewelry looking almost brand new.
Or maybe it's time for a new style. Choose from all styles of settings, or let us design one just for you.
Daniels Jewelers, North Main Street, Bluffton, where personal attention and trust become part of the memory.
Costly misconceptions about collision repair. Brought to you by Lauren's Body Shop.
The insurance company is responsible for selecting the shop to repair your vehicle.
False. Insurance agents and adjusters have no authority in telling you where to have your vehicle repaired. It's your investment and responsibility to select a competent collision repair facility.
In business since 1951, Lauren's Body Shop on East Dustman Road specializes in insurance collision repair, offers free estimates, and an outstanding limited lifetime warranty. Visit laurensbodyshop.com.
Welcome to the new Heidi Automotive Group. We have a brand new state-of-the-art facility. Now you can shop for a new Chevrolet, Buick, Dodge, Ram, Jeep, or Chrysler at the same location right here in Bluffton, Indiana. We have a huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, vans, and crossovers. We focus on quality, and that is why we certify our pre-owned inventory so you get more warranty, free maintenance, and peace of mind. Don't worry about your credit. We have financing options for everyone. Heidi Automotive Group, a new look but old-fashioned integrity.
Bluffton Tire, you know where they're located. Across the street from Bummy's, right at the entrance to the 4-H park, has been serving Wells County for over 50 years. Bluffton Tire needs to be the first stop for brakes, struts, front end alignment, and offers over 20 different brands of tires. Stop by and see Carrie Jennis today or visit online at BlufftonTire.com for online specials and coupons. Bluffton Tire is open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
Hi, this is Carrie Jennis at Bluffton Tire, and we'll keep you going.
Introducing Pizza Hut's first $5 flavor menu. Just $5 each when you order 2 or more. Say yes to a medium one-topping pizza. Yes to Wing Street Wings. Yes to new stuffed garlic knots. And much more. It's easy to say yes to our first ever $5 flavor menu. Only at Pizza Hut.
The $5 flavor menu is now available from your local Pizza Hut on North Main Street in Bluffton. To place an order, call 824-5701 or order online at pizzahut.com.
The Bowling Center in Bluffton has adult youth double leagues with 1 adult and 1 child per team, or 2 youth may make a team, and a youth league for ages 4 to 19 starting soon. The leagues are 10 weeks long and everyone plays every game. The Bowling Center in Bluffton, located at 1231 South Scott Street. For complete details, visit bowlbluffton.com, and don't forget about Friday Fun from 12 to 6. Only $1 per game and 50-cent shoes at a smoke-free environment. bowlbluffton.com. bowlbluffton.com.
Troxel Equipment offers a full line of John Deere equipment. Troxel Equipment features a large inventory of all makes and models of pre-owned equipment that has been well maintained and ready for service. Most of Troxel's pre-owned equipment was traded in from owner-operators. Be sure to ask about our certified pre-owned units. Troxel Equipment has the ability to customize your financing, lease, or installment contracts to meet your cash flow needs. Visit any of our 3 locations in Bluffton, Huntington, or Wabash, or check out our website for our inventory of new and pre-owned equipment. Troxel Equipment, the dealership you can trust.
Welcome back to Eastbrook High School. We've got a dance troupe of a few high schoolers and a lot more little ones that you're enjoying on your video screen. You might be able to hear the music in the background. We got a close one here in Eastbrook. I mean, this was expected to be a Norwell blowout, according to Harrell, although we might not have expected that between the two of us, Derek. And, of course, Derek Decker on the camera and commentary here. This is Greg Van Meter. Neither team looking particularly sharp this evening, I would say.
Yeah, certainly on the offensive end. I put an emphasis on that part because I think both teams are getting after a little bit on defense, and that's good to see, especially from Norwell, and that's kind of what we expected. Not a lot of points to be scored in this one, but the Knights have done just enough, had a little spurt there late in the second quarter to get themselves a 3-point halftime lead.
Well, Eastbrook, we'll talk about them first. They've got 21, and they are led by Garrett Sisson with 14. He had 4 threes and a 2 in that first half. Really shooting the ball well, 5 of 8 from the field. Also on the board for Eastbrook, Brandon Huber with 3, and then Ryan Mansbarger and Cole Kennedy with 2 apiece. The Panthers shot 8 of 21 from the field, 5 of 13 from beyond the arc. They're putting up a lot of shots from beyond that 3-point arc so far, and have not shot a free throw, which is kind of indicative of the offense they're running right now. Yeah,
it certainly is reflective of what they've been doing on offense. It's either drive and kick. They've done it a couple times along the baseline, and it's pretty much hang around the perimeter and try to get threes up as much as possible. Now, they were hot for a stretch in the first quarter and then early in the second quarter, and that's what's keeping them in this ball game at this juncture.
On the Norwell ledger, a much more balanced effort, as leading the way Cole Wilson with 9. And let's see, I think that was the right score. Cody Shively with 5. James Smith with 6. 4 of those were in the first quarter. And then Grant McMichael and Luke Zetas chipping in with a basket apiece. As a team, Norwell 8 of 19 from the field. Overall, 3 of 8 from beyond the arc. That's a pretty doggone good percentage, 375. And that, anytime you get over 33%, you're ahead.
That's right.
And then, of course, from the line, shooting it real well, 5 of 6 so far. Just the difference in the two offenses. Norwell with a little bit more intent to get to the rim. Norwell trying to come out of here with the second win on the evening for the Knights overall. They played all 3 games on this main floor. They don't have an auxiliary gym here. So Norwell's freshmen lost 43-28 to the homestanding Panthers. But the JV, with their first win of the season, I believe it was 43-31 was the final.
I think that's correct. JV, that was actually a pretty well-contested basketball game, as it was very close at halftime, and then Norwell able to pull away in the fourth quarter off the strength of a bunch of threes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they shot well in the second half.
Yep, Connor Torson, Landon Geiger had a couple of big threes, and they had a stretch where they hit on 3 consecutive possessions, hit a 3-ball, and probably 5 of 6 there in that fourth quarter. So congratulations to the JV. They get their first win of the season, and the varsity will try to come out of here with 2 out of 3 tonight at Eastbrook High School, just east of I-69, about 2.5 miles on 900 South. Down here, it's about 40 minutes from Ossian, probably 35 from the high school if you're driving the speed limit.
Right.
Not a bad drive at all. And for years, Norwell did not play Eastbrook. Went more north as opposed to south.
Right, they expanded that when Eastbrook entered the sectional.
Right.
Of course, no longer in the sectional.
Right.
But that's just sometimes how it goes. Only in the sectional for, I believe, just 2 years before they got back out of sectional 23. And the bad news for you and I is the snow has begun to fall, and it's falling at a pretty good clip outside.
Is that right? Now, who was your informant with that information?
Oh, that would be the handy-dandy radar. So coming up with that info. And actually,
so you actually haven't seen it.
I haven't
talked
seen
to anybody who has seen it.
Well, I'd like a giant weather window in every gym we go to, but that's something.
Well, it could be a long drive home if that's the case. We'll just have to check it out. I remember a few years ago driving down to Mississinawa for a girls' game, and it just snowed like crazy during the game, and was a tough drive home.
I do remember that as well.
Yeah.
Of course, I didn't drive then, but
no. Yep, and those roads, especially the back roads, typically obviously the highway's not too bad. We are just about through with halftime here. The Knights lead by 3. We'll take one more quick break, hear from a couple of sponsors, and be back with second half action. Thanks for joining us on WellsCountyVoice.com.
At First Bank of Bern, we believe in the American dream of owning a home. Having a space you can call your own. In fact, we've helped people realize that dream for over 125 years. Whether you're looking to buy your first home, refinance an existing loan, or move into something a little bigger, we believe our lending experts have the local knowledge and experience to help make your dream a reality. Apply online at firstbankofbern.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to Eastbrook and the Panther Den. Appreciate hearing from First Bank of Bern, a longtime sponsor of football, basketball, baseball, softball on WellsCountyVoice.com.
Of course, this gym here, the Panther Den, seats, according to Harold, seats about 2,700. That might be a little conservative.
Yeah. It's a good-sized gym.
It is. It's a little on the older side, but it's all right.
Well kept, as the floor obviously has been refurbished. A lighter floor here at Eastbrook.
I think a little bit of a weather concern kept a larger hand at home this evening.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Jonathan Irwin handling the basketball for the Panthers. He was out a lot of the first half in foul trouble. That's Cole Kennedy with the basketball now. And Eastbrook they're having a tough time penetrating against Norwell's defense. Good steal there by Shively. He lays it in. And Norwell's lead up to 5. Norwell trailed at the end of the first quarter by a point. And that's going to be a foul on Cole Wilson.
Just kind of bumped into him as it was an aggressive foul. He's going for the basketball.
First foul on Cole. He's out there with Shively, Zetas, McMichael, and Stauffer. A little bit different look. Nicholson and Smith started the basketball game, and that's going to be A jump ball. Yeah, I was going to say that. I didn't know if they were ever going to call that, Derek.
And then when he put his hand up, I actually thought he was going to call a foul on the grab there, but apparently got enough of the basketball that it wasn't going to be a foul.
Both teams I had them for 6 turnovers in the first half. That's the first on Eastbrook here in the second half.
Now, to be fair, there weren't that many possessions
No.
in the first half.
No, only 40 shots put up in that first half, 21 by the Panthers, 19 by the Knights. As Wilson not able to get a goal, but Grant McMichael right there with the offensive putback. Boy, good follow by Grant McMichael. As Mansbarger tries to make progress. Now Kennedy into the front court. Oh, he traveled. My goodness, no call. It'll remain Eastbrook's ball on the kick, and not quite sure how that outside official missed that one, Derek.
Got away with one that time.
3 little shuffles with his feet. Boy, wide open in the corner. That's Irwin, no good. But the rebound brought down by the Panthers. That time it's called. The traveling on Kennedy. The shot from the corner was by Jonathan Irwin.
It's a big possession for Norwell. They can really put that lead up to close to double digits. Actually can do it with a 3-point basket on this trip.
That was the first shot of the second half by Eastbrook. At least that's what I had him for. And another offensive foul on a pick is going to be called on Cole Wilson.
It's on Shively.
Shively, yep, you're right. I thought that looked like 2 fingers went up. It was just 1. So the second foul on Shively. Second on the team here in the second half. Norwell was 5 of 6 from the free throw line in the first half, and Eastbrook didn't get to the line. Nice steal there by Shively. He gets it back from Zetas. He'll lay it up and in. Shively with the steal and the basket. That's the second time he's done that tonight. 3rd turnover of the second half on Eastbrook. Norwell clean so far.
Another steal.
Aggressive defense. Luke Zetas had to steal that time and then got his pocket picked. Quickly the other way is Eastbrook. They say it's off of Grant McMichael. The Norwell fans did not agree.
Boy, I really like what the Knights are doing in the backcourt tonight, really getting after it. It'll be intriguing to see on the remainder in the next couple of games whether they'll be continuing that backcourt pressure as the 3 knocked down.
Jonathan Irwin finally gets one to go. He's now 1 of 5 from the field, and that cuts Norwell's lead to 6. 30-24 here. McMichael taking his time. Now Shively with a lane and lays it up and in. Boy, that was way too easy for Cody Shively. A foul after the basket is going to be called.
Now he's going to give him a free throw. Didn't know if the Knights were going to get it out of bounds or not.
That foul was called on Garrett Holder. Well, that's a break for the Knights because that ball was already through the rim, and Cody takes advantage of it. It's a 9-point Norwell lead. 5:16 to go here in the third. Norwell's defense creating a lot of offensive opportunities at this point. A long 3 in there by Garrett Sisson. Garrett Sisson has been the bulk of the offense for Eastbrook tonight. 17 points. He's hit 5 threes. Stauffer driving baseline. A good drive, but blocked. And he's going to pick up a foul. So,
well, as far as on the defensive end, I think the Knights are doing a good job of speeding Eastbrook up, and that's something that they're really not comfortable with, and it's been shown. Now they're doing a good job of knocking down a couple threes, and it's keeping them in it as they trail by 6 with just under 5 to go in the third.
That was Riley Stauffer's third foul. He'll be replaced by James Smith in the Norwell lineup. So Riley, the only player with 3 for the Knights. Actually, he's the only player with 3 on either team. Eastbrook has 3 players with 2. Sisson trying to get into the lane. Irwin will launch another 3 and hit it. Jonathan Irwin heating up. It's a 3-point basketball game. And just like that, Eastbrook back into it. Shively will launch a 3 on the other end. No good. Rebound controlled by Mansbarger, and Mansbarger might have traveled there. No call on the little hop step. And Irwin thought about it. Cross-court pass to Schomburg, and another foul is going to be called on the drive. We'll see who that's on.
It's another two-hand foul, not actual pushing or shoving or anything going on, just two hands on the player, and that's been called the entire evening.
It was called on Grant McMichael, his first, and he's immediately replaced by Brandon Nicholson. Nicholson, a 6'5" junior. Boy, almost stole it away, Nicholson did there. As a tough shot running across the lane, Ryan Mansbarger. He didn't have much of a chance of that going in. I'm not even sure he was looking at the rim when he put it up. As Shively thought about the three, he had the pick from Nicholson. Nicholson finds Smith on the wing, and they'll reset. Shively on that left wing. He can be dangerous from there. Smith forces it up and can't get it to go. The rebound on the floor and finally controlled by Eastbrook. Jonathan Irwin tries to get to the rim. That's Holder in the corner. No good, and Nicholson pulls down the rebound. Garrett Holder 0 for 2 on the evening. Smith tries to get to the rim and gets stuffed. Eastbrook quickly the other way. And a long three-ball attempt does not hit anything. Jonathan Irwin was feeling it. He had hit 2 in a row. But that one was about, 3 foot short, maybe 4? I don't think it hit the net. James Smith up top. Leaves it for Shively. And Luke Zettis posting up wide open from the left wing. No good. You know, Luke's got a good-looking shot. He just doesn't take very many of them. That's just his third attempt on the game, second from beyond the arc. As a left-handed jumper from Mansbarger pulls the Panthers to within 1. The Knights had up by 10, I think, at one point. And the Panthers have it back down to a 1-point deficit. Norwell's just not been able to hit shots these last few trips. Wilson got it in good position and couldn't get it up to the rim. Now Shively for 3 on the loose ball. That's no good. And that will hit the stanchion. And we'll turn it over to Eastbrook. Riley Stauffer's going to check back in with 3 fouls.
Well, it's hard to believe that the Panthers can take the lead on this possession.
1:49 left in the quarter. And the Knights have just gone stone cold from the floor.
Moving pick.
Yep, another moving pick called. That'll be on Jonathan Irwin, his third. Boy, the fouls. I'll tell you what, these fouls are really going to play a factor in the fourth quarter.
That's true, and this
up on both teams.
This has not been a physical game by any stretch of the imagination.
No, there's just been a lot of really light touches called as fouls. Oh, nice pass underneath. Stauffer to Wilson. Stauffer with the assist. Good pick away from the ball there by Grant McMichael. And now Norwell with some pressure. Well, Eastbrook did a pretty good job of busting at that time. That was Jonathan Irwin with the miss from the corner. And the Knights will head the other way. Stauffer. Norwell, they're starting to set a lot more effective picks on the weak side, freeing up some good shots here on the last couple of possessions. Stauffer finds Shively. Cody, I don't think, was quite ready to shoot that one. There's Luke Zettis from the corner, no good. It's off of Grant McMichael, and from this angle, that appeared to be off an Eastbrook Panther. 45 seconds left in this third quarter.
Boy, Zettis is getting good looks on offense, just not able to knock it down from outside tonight.
0 for 2 in this quarter on 3 ball attempts as Holder able to corral that loose ball. Eastbrook will retain possession. Into the lane, Irwin fouled. The basket goes, and they're going to count it. Jonathan Irwin becoming much more aggressive offensively here in this third quarter. He's got 8, and he can tie it up with this free throw. He was 0 for 3 in the first half. It's been a game of runs, that's for sure. Eastbrook will not go away, but they're not going to tie it on this possession either.
Knight's probably looking for one under 30 seconds.
26 on the clock. Shively walking it across half court. He'll keep his dribble, which is smart. And now some movement from the Knights with 18 seconds. Shively still no pressure from Irwin. I've never understood that. You know, put some pressure on the perimeter as Shively's 3, not good, but McMichael tried to throw it up and off the side of the basket. That's a pretty good look for Shively. Just 1 second left on the clock as Cole Kennedy checks back in for Eastbrook. I think he's the only starter without a foul called on him. And Mansbarger will launch it and get it to the end line. That'll end the third quarter. The Knights leading here at Eastbrook 35-34. We'll take a break and be back after these words from our sponsors.
Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com. Indiana Physical Therapy is proud to announce their new office opening in October in Decatur.
Well, here at Eastbrook, Norwell leading 35-34. Along with Derek Decker, this is Greg Van Meter, just figuring up some stats. The Knights' free field goal shooting really went down in that third quarter. They were 8 of 19 at halftime. Now, after going 4 of 16 in that third quarter, they're 13 of 35. Only shot 1 free throw, so they're still good from there, 6 of 7 overall. Eastbrook with the basketball to start this fourth quarter. It's been pretty tight all the way. Norwell had gotten out to, I believe, a 9-point lead at one point, but Eastbrook came right back, mostly on the strength of Jonathan Irwin, the sophomore guard who's got the ball in his hands right now. He had 8 points in that third quarter. That's Garrett Holder, and wide open from the left wing was Sisson. He only took 1 shot in that third quarter and made it. It was a 3-ball. As we are in the fourth quarter, that's Shively for a 3, and he gets it to go. Cody Shively with his first 3-ball in a while. Norwell's lead back up to 4. Holder working on Zetas. Zetas has had a lot of playing time. He didn't start, and neither did McMichael, but they're getting the bulk of the playing time here in the second half so far. Sisson leaves it. Oh, that's a tough shot by Schomburg. As I think that was a 3. Didn't look like he was clear of the line. Wilson. Good job by Cody of finding Stauffer out front. No good. And Grant McMichael with another offensive rebound. That's Luke Zetas. And the basket is, I think, going to count. Yep. So Zetas' 3-ball will count.
The foul goes on Stauffer, I think.
No, it's on Shively. That's his third. So he and Stauffer both with 3, but Norwell comes away with 3 more points. Their lead back up to 7 with 6:21 on the clock. And having trouble handling the basketball out front was Stauffer. Or excuse me, not Stauffer, Mansbarger. That's a turnover on Eastbrook. They're 5th of the second half, 11th overall. Norwell's done a great job of taking care of the ball in the second half, Derek. Just 1 turnover so far.
Yeah, it looks really good, and they're forcing them on the defensive end. Things are looking good right now. The question is, can they hold that 7-point lead with 6 minutes to go?
The Panthers had gotten it down to 1 at the end of 3. Shively being guarded by Irwin. Irwin yet to take a shot attempt here in this fourth quarter. Zetas, good to see him hit his last shot. Into the lane, nice move. Can't get it to go, and a foul's going to be called on the rebound. That's going to go on the Knights.
I like Zetas showing his versatility that time, being aggressive and taking it to the rim, not able to knock it down, and then he picks up his second foul.
Yep. On the Knights as a team, it's their 7th already. Eastbrook having had just 2 fouls called on him in this second half. Mansberger will go to the line to shoot 1+ bonus and knocks down the first one. Good looking free throw.
Yeah, not a lot of fouls called on Eastbrook here in the second half.
Just 2. That's quite a change from the first half, as both teams were racking up the fouls in the first half. In fact, didn't add up the totals as Mansberger able to knock down a pair. But I would say Eastbrook was called for more fouls than Norwell in that first half. They did not shoot a free throw in the first half either. They've only shot 3 for the game. They were 0 for 1 coming into this fourth quarter. Oh, almost stolen away. But McMichael picked up the errant pass. Wilson trying to get to the rim, can't get it to go. The foul's going to be on the floor. So that'll be Norwell's basketball. I think it's called, Jonathan Irwin. That's his 4th. And Irwin has been hot in the second half, Derek. Timeout's going to be called by Norwell. That's the first timeout the Knights have called. We'll take it along with them and be right back.
Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric strives to be your total service provider. Their licensed technicians can handle all of your electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling needs, and now offers duct cleaning. No job is too small or too large for their service professionals. From electrical repairs, water heater replacements, sewer and drain cleaning, well repair, and remodel jobs. Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric, located behind Lowe's on Commerce Drive in Bluffton, 888-824-3332. That's 824-3332.
Well, Norwell will have the ball and a 5-point lead with 5:16 to go. Shively inbounding. Oh, nice pass underneath to Wilson. Well run, well executed play on the inbounds coming out of the timeout. Well, that's something we've seen a lot of over the years at Norwell. Well run out of bounds plays. Huber in the game coming out of the timeout for Eastbrook and throws it away. That pass was just too hot for Garrett Holder to handle. The Knights will get it back. 6 turnovers on Eastbrook here in the second half, and I've only got Norwell for 1 turnover. So they have really cleaned that up, Derek. 7 on the game.
Yeah, drastic change. That's only a 4th of what they committed at Bishop Dwenger on Tuesday.
And admittedly, not as athletic a group as here at Eastbrook tonight as what they faced at Bishop Dwenger. Cody Shively on the drive. He's going to be fouled by Mansberger. That'll be his 3rd. Not a lot of contact there, Derek. And boy, that's been the theme of the night.
Yeah, he's upset. He's discussing it with the baseline official right now. This is just hardly any contact on that foul.
Yeah, that's can't blame him. Eastbrook with just 2 points in this fourth quarter, and we're 4.5 minutes in. Norwell with 8. Thus the 7-point Norwell lead. Nice drive by Shively, as that was awfully easy for Cody Shively. A timeout called by Eastbrook. They'll have 3 left. And I didn't notice. Was it 30? All right, we'll just keep it here then, Derek. The thing that stands out to me, Eastbrook scored 2 points and has only taken 2 shots from the field.
Yeah, and Norwell's defense is to credit for that. They've turned it over a lot of times now. Granted, a couple of them have been unforced, just kind of bad passes and that sort of thing. But Norwell's defense has really been getting after it the entire evening. They're forcing Eastbrook to play a half-court offense. Sometimes they don't even get it across half-court with that sticky backcourt defense at times. And I've been impressed.
And yet, even with that defensive effort, Eastbrook's only shot 3 free throws.
Yeah.
2 of those 3 here in the fourth quarter. So.
Now, Eastbrook's been sitting out on the perimeter for the majority of the basketball game, and that's being the cause of not a lot of Norwell shooting fouls.
They just haven't attacked the rim at all. They shoot a lot of threes. They had shot 21 threes through the first 3 quarters, 2 more here in the fourth. As working it around. Norwell really playing pretty good defense, though, right now. They're getting out on shooters. That wasn't Sisson. That was number 10 elevating for the shot. Ryan Mansbarger.
That foul's going to be called on Eastbrook.
That's Bryce Schomburg. I've got him for 3.
It is.
And it's the 5th team foul on the Panthers.
Notice how those fouls start to even back up as soon as you say something.
They always do, don't they?
They do.
It was 7-2 just a couple of minutes ago. Now it's 7-5. Norwell with the 7, Eastbrook with the 5. Michael swings it around to Zetas. They just kind of flash up through the middle there. Some motion. Not a lot of picks being set right now. They've been setting some really good weak side picks in that third quarter. It opened some pretty easy shots up for the Knights. Just kind of a motion offense, which is what I expected to see reading the preseason columns put together by the News Sentinel and the News Banner. Stauffer might have got away with the travel there.
Well, it's all right for the Knights to be content right now. They don't need to put up an ill-advised shot. They're up 9 with under 3 to go.
Doing a good job of taking care of the basketball, being very patient. I think they just want to, if they get a layup, they'll take it. Wilson shot blocked. And heading the other way, the Panthers, they're only down 9. That's the danger in a low-scoring game like this, as Irwin couldn't get the 3 ball to go, and McMichael with another offensive rebound. You know, Grant McMichael's done a great job on the boards for the Knights tonight. We don't keep track of those numbers, but he's pulled down a couple of big ones, especially on the offensive end. Hasn't really looked to score. He's only put up 3 shots on the evening, made 2 of them. That's a pretty good shooting percentage. 2:06 left on the clock. Norwell.
Well, with Norwell's ability, sorry about that, Greg, with their ability to take care of the basketball here in the second half, Eastbrook's probably going to have to resort to fouling to try to get back in this one, as Zeta scores with the left hand.
Boy, you know what I like to see there, Derek? The fact that Luke came to a jump stop, that triple threat position, took it up strong, and an easy basket for him. Jonathan Irwin getting to the rim. He'll go to the line on the foul.
Yeah, the Knights moments away from probably putting this one on ice. Another good possession, and they're probably going to put this one away. Is with an 11-point lead with 1:40 left. Eastbrook's missing free throws. That's not going to help their case at all.
McMichael with his second foul, 8th on the team. And isn't it funny, all those fouls called, and we may not get to the double bonus for either squad, as Irwin heavy on the metal on a couple of free throws. Boy, they really need to score with the clock not running, as Mansberger almost took it away from Shively. The Knights do retain possession. 1:30 on the clock.
Well, this is good to see the Knights grind out what looks to be a road win here. It's not what we've used to seeing over the past several years of Norwell basketball, but if they're able to grind out victories, that's the key. As a blocking foul called there, the next one will put the Knights in the bonus.
That's the 4th foul on Ryan Mansberger, and he is not happy about it. I don't blame him. I mean, there was just no contact there whatsoever. Good inbounds play by the Knights to get it into Riley Stauffer. Minute 20 left in this one. Shively just in and out. The Knights really aren't even looking to score here unless it's a layup, as Cole Wilson gets to the rim. There's that layup we were looking for. He just kind of turned the corner and able to get to the rim with his right hand. That foul's going to go on Shively. That'll be his fourth. So Cody now with 4, Riley Stauffer with 3. Nobody else with more than 2 for the Knights. For Eastbrook, Mansbarger and Irwin both with 4. Bryce Schomber with 3. And boy, another free throw missed by Jonathan Irwin.
Well, if you're having a small backlog issue, we are having some minor connection issues this evening. It shouldn't be too bad at this point, but if you are, just try to hang with us for the final minute of this one.
57 seconds left on the clock. Oh, my goodness. Tough shot by Jonathan Irwin. Irwin with his third 3 of the second half makes it a 10-point game, and Eastbrook calls another timeout. This time it's a full, I believe. So we will take a break and hear from a couple of sponsors. We'll be right back after these words.
Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric strives to be your total service provider. Their licensed technicians can handle all of your electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling needs, and now offers duct cleaning. No job is too small or too large for their service professionals. From electrical repairs, water heater replacements, sewer and drain cleaning, well repair, and remodel jobs. Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric, located behind Lowe's on Commerce Drive in Bluffton, 888-824-3332. That's 824-3332.
Welcome back to Eastbrook. Norwell leading by 10 here with 52 seconds on the clock. Kind of an odd setup. We're in the corner of the gym. I've got a scoreboard to our immediate left here, but because of the angle, it can be kind of hard to see the numbers for me.
Yeah, well, a couple of the numbers are out, too.
Yeah, and then on the other end, a lot of the scoreboard kind of obstructed by the basketball goal supports. Shively gets fouled on his way to the basket, and I think that will be it for Jonathan Irwin. I've got him for 5 fouls. Yep, he'll check out. It'll send Cody Shively to the line. And Irwin had a really good second half. He ended up with 11 points on the strength of 3 threes. 0 for 4 from the free throw line. That doesn't help anything, as Cody Shively able to knock down his first. And Cody good on a pair. 51-39, the Knights, 44 seconds left. That's Mansbarger. He can't get the short jumper to go. The rebound tied up. Jonathan Irwin was 0 for 4 from the free throw line. They've only shot 6 as a team. Conversely, Ryan Mansbarger was 2 for 2.
It's really been an all-around good performance on defense for Norwell tonight.
Full court pressure here by Eastbrook, trailing by a dozen. Good job of breaking it there by the Knights, as McMichael ends up with it in the front court. 30 seconds. Shively, Zetis in the corner, puts up the shot. Don't know that Coach wanted that one, Derek.
Probably not.
Didn't need to score there. Holder launches a 3. That's no good. And it's tied up on the rebound. Garrett Holder has taken 3 shots tonight, all from beyond the arc, and come up empty. Kittleson will re-enter for the Knights. He replaces Zetis. I would think Zetis' night is done.
Yeah, I think he's talking about what just happened there on that end of the floor.
Yeah, Lukey Jr., he'll learn. That's the best way to teach it. Nice pass inside. And scoring the bucket was Garrett Sisson. His first points of the fourth quarter. Just 5 in the second half after putting up 14 in the first half. Full timeout called by Blackford. They've got just one timeout left according to my records. We'll take a break and hear from Adams Memorial Hospital. We'll be right back.
At Adams Memorial Hospital, we care for the things that mean the most to you, your health, your family, and your community. Compassion is just as important to us as being accredited, or our Follow My Health online patient portal, or having top-of-the-line medical technology. Because at Adams Memorial Hospital, exceptional care means listening a little longer, a hug, or a kind gesture from a nurse. Compassion and medical expertise. That's Adams Memorial Hospital. Exceptional care close to you.
Well, Derek here at Eastbrook. Coach McBride looking to put his first win up for his new team, the Norwell Knights. Coach McBride with 4 young sons, the oldest of which is in 6th grade, and from what I've heard, that 6th grade class is loaded with basketball players.
Well,
2 AAU teams.
All his kids can play all sports as well. Very athletic bunch.
You may remember his wife was at least I remember her as the head girls coach at Carroll.
Correct.
For several years. Now, that's been a while ago. But as a foul's called on Eastbrook here, they're not going to go easily. Foul was called on 33. Brandon Huber, his second.
I think she's actually coaching one of the boys on a Squires team this year.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And, of course, that wrapped up today. Today was the final tournament day.
Okay.
As that used to be a lot later in the season, but with AAU basketball really getting much more popular over the years, they've moved that season up a few weeks.
Cody Shively perfect from the free throw line tonight. I've got him 7 for 7 as the clock winds down at 6 seconds. Huber will hit a 3. Just his first points of the second half, and that'll do it, as the Knights don't even have to inbound it. The final here at Eastbrook, Norwell 53, Eastbrook 44. We'll be back for a quick post-game show as we want to get on the road and be safe. But hang in there with us. Maybe we can get Coach McBride up here. We'll see. But we'll do some figuring and be back after these words from our sponsors.
You care about your community, you shop local, and you enjoy personal interaction. You're doing more than spending your money, you're supporting your neighbors.
Hi, this is Carlos.
And this is Sarah from Bloomin' Boutique in Ossian. We would like to personally invite you to visit our shop, the Bloomin' Boutique, and check out all we have to offer.
At the Bloomin' Boutique, we have daily lunch specials like Taco Tuesdays, Witch Wednesdays, and Aloha Fridays. A large selection of smoothies, frappes, iced lattes, coffees, and teas.
We also carry a large selection of fresh flowers for bouquets and flower arrangements. Our shop is full of handmade, uniquely functional pottery, handmade jewelry, DeBrand's chocolates, and gifts. You don't need to go any further than the Bloomin' Boutique. Grab your latte, lunch, flowers, gifts, and chocolates all in one stop.
Support your local community by visiting Bloomin' Boutique, located at 106 South Jefferson Street in Ossian. Follow them on Facebook to view their daily lunch specials. Open 7 to 5 Monday through Friday and 9 to 3 on Saturday. The Bloomin' Boutique.
Troxel Equipment offers a full line of John Deere equipment. Troxel Equipment features a large inventory of all makes and models of pre-owned equipment that has been well maintained and ready for service. Most of Troxel's pre-owned equipment was traded in from owner-operators. Be sure to ask about our certified pre-owned units. Troxel Equipment has the ability to customize your financing, lease, or installment contracts to meet your cash flow needs. Visit any of our 3 locations in Bluffton, Huntington, or Wabash, or check out our website for our inventory of new and pre-owned equipment. Troxel Equipment, the dealership you can trust.
This is Dan and Jane with Daniel's Jewelers in Bluffton.
We want to remind everyone that we do in-house repair with our specialty being restoration and resetting.
Jewelry that is worn frequently over the years usually needs some TLC, wrong retipping, resetting, or sizing.
It's so much fun to see the customer's reaction when they see their jewelry looking almost brand new.
Or maybe it's time for a new style. Choose from all styles of settings or let us design one just for you.
Daniel's Jewelers, North Main Street, Bluffton, where personal attention and trust become part of the memory.
Welcome back to Eastbrook High School in the postgame show. Norwell with their first win of the season, 53-44 over the homestanding Panthers. Norwell goes to 1-2 on the year. Eastbrook falls to 0-4. The prediction pregame that we saw was 37 points. It turns out to be 9, but it counts as a W either way, and Coach McBride's got to be happy about that.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought it was a hard-fought victory. Now, it's definitely a different team from what Dwenger played, but, you know, Norwell is able to come on the road down here and get the victory in fashion of what I think it's going to be reflective of Coach McBride's strategies, and it's going to be done on the defensive end.
Yeah, I think you're right. And they did a great job of taking care of the basketball, especially in the second half. I had them for just 1 turnover in the second half, 7 for the game. Eastbrook, on the other hand, I had them for 12, 6 in each half. Let's go through some stats, starting with the Panthers. Leading the way individually, I had Garrett Sisson for 19 points. Joining him in double figures, Jonathan Irwin with 11, all of those in the second half. Ryan Mansberger and Brandon Huber each with 6. And then chipping in with a basket was Cole Kennedy. That came early in the first quarter. As a team, I had the Panthers 16 of 41 overall from the field, 10 of 27 from beyond the arc. That is a lot of 3-ball attempts. And they shot just 6 free throws, made a couple of them here this evening. And that's it for the Panthers. We'd mentioned those 12 turnovers. For the Knights as a team, I had them 19 of 45 from the field overall, 5 of 16 from beyond the arc, so close to where you want to be. And 10 of 11 from the free throw line tonight. Most of those knocked down by Cody Shively. He was 7 of 7 himself, so nice effort tonight by Cody from the free throw line. Those were important, especially early, about halfway through that fourth quarter. Then individually, I had Shively leading the way for Norwell with 21 points, followed in double figures by Cole Wilson with 15. Then Luke Zettis, he chipped in 7 points, 5 of those in the second half. James Smith, I had him for 6, and then Grant McMichael with 4. And we are joined here in the press area by head coach Mike McBride. Coach, good to see you again. Haven't seen you since spring.
Yeah, I think it was at the baseball section.
That's right. It was. It was.
I've had a chance to see your son more than you. So.
Yeah, that's right. He's hanging around that school quite a bit.
That's all right. He's a good guy to have around.
Well, thank you very much. Your first win is a Norwell night.
Yeah, it's exciting. We've kind of been knocking on the door a little bit there, and I thought tonight our kids showed some good resilience on the road, and you know, we had seen Eastbrook play a couple times, and they shot the ball a lot better tonight than what they had shown.
Okay.
But I thought our kids did a nice job. I thought our fourth quarter was really good.
Yes.
I thought we made a lot of good decisions with the basketball, and I thought defensively we did a better job of defending them on the dribble and from the 3 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I was impressed really for the entirety of this one with your defense. I thought they really got after, especially after the first quarter.
Yeah,
talk about that a little.
You know, we came out, we kind of did a nice job getting up. We got like 9-3 pretty quick, and then we get outscored like 7-0 or whatever, and we're down at the end of one. We had been working on our white press a little bit tonight, and we went to that, and I thought that was pretty good. Again, you know, we've got a lot of things we just don't have in because we're just basically
just getting started,
building it. Yeah, and so as we keep progressing through the season, you're going to see us add some more things, and this was something that we were trying to get in tonight, and I thought it was very effective for us. It created some tempo that we needed and caused some turnovers from them. But I just thought offensively we did a nice job. We had some more patience tonight, and we were able to get some guys drive into the basket and get some easy baskets there. And I thought our offensive possessions in the fourth quarter were really good.
Yeah, so really good patience shown, especially in that fourth quarter. Led to some very easy baskets. I had you 19 of 45 from the field for the game, and that's 6 of 10. In the fourth quarter. Yeah,
and that's what we just keep trying to get our guys to understand is, you know, against defensive teams and good teams, especially as we play really good teams, you're not going to get a good shot after 2-3 passes.
Yeah.
You've got to work the ball a little bit, and I thought we did that tonight and demonstrated some things we needed to do. But it was nice. I mean, it was nice to it was kind of nice to see Cody knock that 3 down in the fourth quarter because he had some good looks and hadn't hit in it. Boy, that was nice. I thought that really just kind of, when he knocked that down to start that fourth quarter and put us up 4, I thought that just eased our mind a little bit because he had a lot of good looks there in the third and couldn't knock it in. And the third quarter was not a great quarter for us tonight. But again, kids are fighting hard. They're competing. We got to get back to full strength here pretty soon, hopefully.
Sure.
But I thought Grant McMichael was really good tonight.
We talked about him quite a bit. I thought he was really good on the boards, had a couple of huge offensive rebounds for you.
Yeah, and I thought he was very active when he came in. And we felt they were very perimeter-oriented. We just felt it was a better matchup defensively than what Brandon was tonight. And it wasn't that Brandon played poorly. We just felt that Grant matched up better with them on the defensive side of the ball. And like you said, he was really good on the offensive boards and gave us some second opportunities. And so we were really pleased with him tonight. I also thought Luke Zettis did a nice job coming off the bench tonight and played really well. And again, it's a team effort. And right now we're kind of finding guys. We only got 3 guys that have ever played at the varsity level.
Right.
And so we're progressing through some growing pains here. But it was a good road win for us. It's not easy to win on the road, and we're real happy about that.
That's for sure. Coach, you got a game coming up with Adams Central. That would be next Tuesday at home, back on the home floor. What do you expect to see from the Flying Jets?
Well, that is probably one of the few teams that I'm very familiar with because we played them multiple times at Cherubusco.
Yeah.
They play a good 2-3 zone, and they play a 1-3-1. And so there's a lot of familiarity there with Coach McClure and myself. Yep. So it's actually probably beneficial to him a little bit that I'm here because he's going to know all the stuff that we do. And that's what I'm going to tell our guys. They're not going to be unprepared because he knows our stuff. And we got to execute really well. But we're going to see 2-3 zone. They got some kids that can shoot it again. And it just seems like everybody we're coming up against got some guards that can really shoot it. And we're going to have to defend them out on 3. But I thought we did a lot of good things tonight. We'll keep working on some things, and we'll be ready for their 2-3 zone because we know we're going to see that.
That'll be the last non-conference game before you start the conference schedule against DeKalb next Friday night. We'll go up to DeKalb and see you up there as well. But, Coach, thanks so much for taking the time and joining us here in the postgame show.
All right, not a problem. We appreciate all you guys do. Thanks
yeah,
a lot.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Mike.
Take care.
All right, that was head coach Mike McBride with his first win for the Norwell Knights as the head coach. 53-44 over the Eastbrook Panthers on the road. And, Derek, we need to name a player of the game for the Knights. What are you thinking?
Yeah, first let me adjust the sweaty headset.
Yeah, he works up sweat, doesn't he?
He sure does. He's very intense and likes to get after it as a coach, and I like that style sometimes. For me, it's Shively. I think Shively led the team well again tonight, and he just kind of closed the game out for Norwell, made his free throws down the stretch when they really needed them, hit a couple big shots in the fourth quarter. And as Coach McBride said, really that shot to put him up 4, I agree with him, kind of turned the tables on the rest of the evening. So my vote's for Shively.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Derek. He was 5 of 13 overall, but listen to this. They came when they needed because he hit all 5, he was 6 of 13. 5 of those 6 field goals were on his last 7 shots.
Yeah, that's when you need them.
That's exactly right. 7 for 7 from the line, a total of 9 points in that big fourth quarter when they really needed him to step up. And Cody Shively really did a nice job, the senior, kind of leading the way tonight for the Knights.
Absolutely, and the Knights did a great job of finishing that game off. They had a couple possessions there where Eastbrook really got back into it towards the end of the third, hit a couple big shots, and Norwell was finally able to close it out, and it's a good road win and a good confidence booster heading in to Adams Central on Tuesday.
Once again, your final here from Eastbrook, 53 for Norwell, 44 for the Panthers. We will take our leave and be back with you on Tuesday evening from the Castle, where the boys will take on the Flying Jets from Adams Central. Very familiar with Coach McClure over the years, and we look forward to that ball game on Tuesday. Hopefully, we'll be able to get it in.
Hopefully.
Y'all have a safe travel weekend the rest of the way. We appreciate you joining us, and have a great Sunday tomorrow. So long, everybody.
We hope you enjoyed this high school sports broadcast on the Voice Sports Network. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
The preceding production is property of Voice Enterprises, and all rights are reserved worldwide. Thank you for listening to this production of Voice Enterprises, taking media in a new direction.